B34. Thank God you're awake, Dan. You'd be waiting the whole time if I'm just going to snooze in my chair. I think we're the only two people that actually got out of bed and came to this too.
A, I drew the short straw today, and then B, like I said, Nathan's Nathan, if anyone knows that. So he's recovering. He should be here, but Jody, I don't know. They're shut the door. Great. Jody need to be entertaining.
Normally there's like a person that like leads off with, does anybody know what this panel is on? I've been so told there was a panel at one. On us?
Yeah. Your inspiration.
Just us two? Oh, inspiration.
Well, let's see. I normally start every day brushing my teeth. And I take a shower. Sometimes I reverse that.
Sometimes I don't take a shower, but I'll.
Yeah.
Thank you. You are awesome.
Oh my God.
Who came up with the idea of a SteamCon band?
Okay, so here's...
After you came up with the idea, you decided you could actually do it?
Well, here's how it went, okay? So, a long time ago, we started the band of Abney Park, and it was pretty much me, and then Christina joined the band about a year later, and this was like a decade and a half ago, so it was a long time ago. And we were just making music, and we had these kind of themes that we had in our music, and I mean, some of our first songs were like, we had a song called The Change Case that was on our very first pre-release, and it's about this post-apocalypse city powered by steam and all the oppression in this, industrial society. And then a couple of albums later, we had, what's the Twisted and Broken? This Clockwork Boy, and his parents left him unfinished, and he had to find a way to finish himself. And it was this metaphor for, when your parents divorced and you feel like the family broke up before you even got a chance to finish growing up, you had to sort of finish raising yourself kind of a thing. And so, basically we had all these themes going through the music, and I think it was like the fourth concert we ever did in this teeny little dive bar in Tacoma. This reporter came to us, and he's like, "Hi, I'm with some newspaper that doesn't even exist anymore, Tacoma Pandemonium or some crap like that." And he's like, "You guys are an awesome goth band." And we're like, "We are." I'm not even joking. Went home and looked up goth on the internet. I don't think it was the internet yet. No, you know what we did? You guys are all locals, so get this. We went to Pizza and Pipes.
Nice.
And we sat down at Pizza and Pipes while, Darth Vader played the organ. And we're like, what the hell is goth? I don't know. And so, we kept writing our songs, and a few years later we're invited to all these goth concerts, and we're like, oh, guess we should buy some black clothes. And so we did that for a while, and after a while it got really, really boring. And I think this was about, 4 or 5 years ago. We're all sitting around, we're having a band practice, and we're sitting around talking about, okay, we got stuck into this goth category. It's really boring. It's not uncool, but I like more colors than black. And I don't particularly good in black and hot pink, which seems to be the new goth.
So true.
You've never seen it. I didn't wear it.
I saw the glowing jackets, the one with the neon thing around the outside.
Okay,
that's actually
cool.
on YouTube.
Shut up. That was kind of cool. On YouTube?
Abney Park, Chicago. You can check that one out.
Yeah. But anyway, we're sitting around in the living room 4 or 5 years ago, and we're like, okay, so we need to do something new. And I had come up with this new look, and again, I had never heard the term steampunk, but I had written out this big document about, we got to do a photo shoot, we got to do something new, so here are the rules. Nobody's allowed to wear any black at all in the entire shoot, because we've got to stop getting typecast as this. And I said, the things that I really dig is I love vintage military cuts. I like old leather, and I like, real materials and brass and all that kind of stuff. And I sort of had this outline of all this stuff. And it's technically not the steampunk that anybody knew at that time, because at that time everybody's steampunk, well, and everybody being the 12 people in the world who heard the term, for them, steampunk was Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes has a ray gun. It's steampunk, right? And so it wasn't really anything that I outlined in my thing. But so we outlined that, and at the same time we're discussing, okay, well, so what do we have in common with all these lyrics from all these old songs? Well, there's a whole lot of science fiction, but it's not new science fiction. It's not like I'm on a spaceship. It's like, retro future kind of stuff. And I remember seeing, did you guys ever see, what was it called, The Shadow?
Yeah.
Remember when he like went back into his back office and turned on the computer? This giant copper and brass machine opens up to a screen this big.
Yeah.
You know? And I remember thinking of that, and I'm like, that is awesome. What is it? It's like retro science fiction. What the hell is it? And like I said, I'd never even heard the term steampunk. So we're sitting around, we're talking about all these lyrical concepts, and we're talking about all of these different, this new aesthetic that we were talking about. And Magdalene Bean, who was in the band, does anybody remember Magdalene? Yeah. Yeah, she was in the band, and she was like, you know, it sounds like steampunk. And because she was a real big comic book buff, and the comic book genre of steampunk, you know, predated any of the subculture thing. And so I'm like, okay, do we need to go to Pizza and Pipes and discuss this? And that's pretty much what we did. We just said, oh, and then I said, well, let's be a steampunk band. And Magdalene was like, that's a bad idea. So, but yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much, hey, look, another member of Abney Park. Yay!
Know where we were, sorry.
Okay, so Jody is brand new, unless you guys were at the show last night or one of the other shows that we've done. Okay, let's just do a show of hands. Who was at the acoustic set last night? Good for you guys. So you already know that Jody's a total badass singer.
Aww.
Who has seen Jody at a show other than the show last night? So you travel a lot, don't you? What show were you at?
Portland.
Portland. Oh God, I'm so sorry. I feel really bad for you, except for I was there too.
I didn't want to elaborate on the goth scene on that one.
Yeah, but we promised we're gonna make it up to Portland. It wasn't anyway.
No, well,
yeah.
Portland was a fun show,
job.
but yeah, there's a difference between the goth subculture where everyone is kind of exclusive and kind of look at me, I am total badass and don't talk to me. Whereas we're up there jumping around, getting everyone motivated, and no one's moving. They're all kind of looking at us going, yeah.
Well, actually, the right side of
the right side was moving. Just they were all decked out in steampunk wear, so it's like, yeah, we got a couple people.
It's so weird because there's all these really solemn people on the left, and then the right side's like, rock it up! And I'm just like, it's gonna make me nauseous.
I'll just look at this part of the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
And when we pulled up this person to come on stage with us, like one person raised their hand. It was
Yeah, like,
awesome.
no one violin
on stage. Well, yeah. That was also the show I completely zoned out, so I was miles away.
That was probably a good idea.
Well, we were, alright, I'll tell this story because I started. But, no, we were into the 18th encore or whatever. I'm just like, really? Let's just get off the stage. But anyway, I was thinking about something else. And, no, it was actually Jody singing Emperor's Wives, because she actually did a solo at the end of Emperor's Wives. It sounded really, really good. And that was our final piece of that set. So we're in the encores. We're playing, I think, Death of a Hero. And I'm sitting there playing, but I'm thinking about Jody's like, hey, we should add that in and just have her do the solo. It sounds so awesome. And then Robert's kind of staring at me, and I look at him, and he's like, are you going to keep playing? Because I completely stopped playing. I wasn't doing anything. I was just in my own little world. Yeah, Portland was awesome.
Actually, that reminds me of a story that's actually not very relevant because it's from a long, long time ago, but you guys are all just here to hear us ramble anyway. You can leave whenever we're boring.
Well, if anyone actually has a question without us just rambling, feel free to chime in.
So until more hands go up, I'm going to keep rambling. So, we're playing this show at Heavens. You guys know Heavens?
Yeah.
Okay, it used to be the Catwalk Club. Who knows the Catwalk Club? Yeah, 3 guys. Yeah. So we're playing the show there, and our guitar player at the time, Robert Hazelton, was like, he goes and orders a drink from the bar, and he orders it, and the lady's like, $8, and he's like, $8? What the hell kind of, you better be a strong drink for $8. And so she kind of gets this subtle smile, and she's like, hold on a second. Turns her back, and then hands him like this big, tall thing. Well, we get on stage, and he is plowed. Totally wasted. And we start the first song, and he's standing there grinning. Second song, he's grinning. Finally, in the middle of the third song, he comes strolling up to me, and he's like, dude, I'm so wasted. I know. And he's like, how's my playing? I'm so wasted. And I'm like, dude, third song, you're not playing yet. He's like, should I? And I'm like, no, just stand over there. Oh, yeah. All right, please, somebody with a question.
There we go.
I asked earlier, but besides New Horizons, what other CD do you think, or album do you think is your best album?
I like, of the ones that I haven't finished yet, I like Death and Tragedy. Yeah, Death and Tragedy, the new one's going to be awesome. But I think Death of Tragedy, it still has a place in my heart. The singer that we had at that time, the female vocalist, was really good. There was a lot of really talented people in there, and the sort of, the album's cohesion on a whole was really